All right, we live now. I just gotta get this Instagram on. What's good with y'all though, man?
Everything blessed, man.
Chilling.
Everything good. I had an interesting day.
Why you say that?
Very interesting.
What was interesting about it?
For the first time in 42 years, I definitely experienced like some flat on racist discrimination.
Really?
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, I was brought to tears because I couldn't believe, what happened. Like,
We gonna get into that. I'm gonna announce the show, and then we gonna we gonna rap about it. Welcome to the Rap Room Podcast. This is episode 135. The title of this episode is "Where's the Love." I'm your host. I go by E1. We got T Streets in the building. We got Miss Danya in the building, and we got Reek in the building. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a dope hoodie. See, I ain't seen
I was about to say, let me get that hoodie though.
Need that, man. I like that one. that you been had that one?
Hold up. Yeah, come back on. I need to see that, John.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I like that.
Man, I wish Weekend of Juniors would take it seriously and really do it, man. I try to tell them that, like a lot of people do have clothing brands, but his shit really different and look tight, man. If he really took it serious, man, he could really do something with it. But it's a hustle, it's a grind. But hey. But go ahead, Danya. Before we started, Danya was saying that she really felt some real live racism today that she hasn't felt and seen in her entire life.
No, I get the stares, I've worked around palm colored people, working in the medical profession. You get those things, but to have it as like I had an appointment today and I hadn't been to the doctors in a couple years for my situation. And I was just like, fuck it, I gotta get this checked out. I'm trying to throw it back for my birthday, So I go in there and the first thing that this woman says is, "Don't I know you?" And I'm just sitting there like, "What you mean?" Like, no. She was like, "I haven't seen you before." And it was just like the way she said it. And I'm like, "No, you haven't." So we go through this whole thing. I have to get x-rays done and I already know what's going to be said in the x-ray. So the x-ray is not needed. Prior to having the conversation, I've asked this woman, "Hey, I need to get an MRI. That's where you're going to find the findings. You're not going to find the findings in an x-ray." And she's like, "Did you get the MRI?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, let's not worry about that right now." We got the x-ray done. She said, "Well, I don't see anything that's wrong, so I'm going to have to put you through physical therapy." Physical therapy is not something that's going to help my situation. If anything, it's going to worsen it. It's going to make it worse. And this is what I'm explaining to this woman. This woman tells me to get on a table and I cannot lay back flat on the surface with no assistance. I'm laying back and she's just like, "Well, do this, do this, do this." And you know how if you're doing a physical examination, the doctor is going to be like, okay, like, try to figure out your extremities, figure out your limitations, what you can and cannot do. This woman refused to touch me. She refused to assist me with anything and then left me stuck on the table for about 3, 4, 5 minutes before she asked, did I need any help? So it was that situation. I'm gonna tell you what I understood and I knew off Bucks. It was, okay, I'm Black. She don't want to be dealt. She don't want to deal with me. When she went to help me, she did her arm like this, and I grabbed her by the hand. Now, you guys know I tell y'all I'm an intuitive empath. I could feel it, so I felt it when I was in there. But when I touched this woman, it made me sick to my stomach. This woman yanked her hand from me and ran to the sink to go wash her fucking hands.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, all right. Now we know I could turn up, and as an empath, when you absorb that energy, you can dish it out if, you know, And I'm like, nah, I'm here trying to get help. I'm already in a lot of pain. I'm not even about to turn up. I'm just about to go ahead and I'm about to just finish it up. I had never been in a situation where I knew for sure that this woman just wanted to get me out of the office instead of actually treat me. We went through the whole process all over again. We had the conversation 3 times. What was said to me was, don't fuss with me, fuss with your insurance. Like, it's your insurance. You need to do the physical therapy and before you could get an MRI done. And I'm like, excuse me. She looked and she never looked at my files or anything, you guys. So when she looked at the files, she saw that I had the MRI, like I had been telling her, and I actually had the MRI in that same facility, just with a different doctor. When she found out who the doctor was, it was just switch, a total switch. She changed the tone. Oh, you had this doctor? Oh, okay. This lady come in, your guys, with the goddamn referral for the goddamn MRI. So now I can get the MRI. My thing is this: I've seen it, and it's very, very prevalent, especially in the minorities. They will look at us and they don't think that we're really telling the truth about our pain. They think that we're lying. They don't really want to treat us. They will sit there and say, oh, it's this, or it's this, or it ain't this, or it ain't that. And they'll neglect the situation. And that, it made me feel on 2 levels. One, because it was me personally, and it's just like, I can't act what everybody expects me to act in today's climate because of what's going on. But the second thing was, it's a shame that we have to be exposed to this just because the color of our skin. I can honestly tell you, I knew when that woman went to go wash her hands, she was looking at me as if I was filth. And I'm like, it threw me, it took me aback, and I couldn't do anything but cry. I was frustrated. I was hurt. I was like, I seen it, but you don't really experience it somewhere where you're supposed to get your help, and after that, it was just like, you know what? I went to the front. I was like, I can't see that lady again. I can't see that lady again because I already knew. And I know that if I see her again, it's going to be something, because she was very rude. And then to tell me that I'm being irate or don't fuss with me because it's just this policy. No, I've worked in hospitals, I've worked in clinics. I know the behind the scenes of what goes on. I know the talks that they have behind your back. I know when it's real. But when she really looked at it, she was talking, you could hear her in the background and you could see it. She was like, oh yeah, it is something that's going on in here. You see all of the findings in the MRI and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, it is something. So we do definitely have to get her seen right away. So the whole time you thought I was lying.
But that's the history.
Yeah, it's like to wash your hands as if I'm dirty, as if I'm the dirty one. And I'm sitting there looking at this lady like I already knew it when she came through that door. I was like, yeah, this don't feel right. This don't feel right at all.
Dang. We're gonna send some positive vibes.
Absolutely,
after that lady. Man, you know what I wanted to say? You know how like people well, I see, in these times, well, I've heard it before this. It depends on who's in office. You'll always hear people say, or at least recently in the last few years, I'm leaving America. You know what I'm saying? Because people say stuff like that, right? But I don't know nobody who personally is doing that. So you see my neighbors have a sale sign up. And the first time that they had it, they was having, I guess, one of their frat brothers sell a house, and it wasn't, the house wasn't selling. And so now I think they got with it like one of the name brand realtors, and that the house is sold. And he said that he's moving to Panama for the safety of his family.
Wow.
And that's the first time I actually, you hear people say that, Mom leaving America and all that shit. And he was like, he's doing it for the safety of his family. He's moving to Panama. Now, he's my next door neighbor, but we charged it up a couple times, but not like that where I felt comfortable just asking him 1,000 questions. You know what I'm saying? If it was my other neighbor, I would have went down the list of questions. But with him, he's cool though. But I don't like to be in people. It's not like we rap like that.
I'd have been
so I didn't ask him a bunch of questions. But damn, to know somebody that's really feel like they leaving because they don't like how things are going here. And I wanted to be like, well, Are you transferring your job, or you just taking the money from the house and just starting over there? I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, but that was just something that I found out today that was kind of odd. Like I said, I always hear people say it's time to leave and move, but I never knew anybody who actually picking up and doing. They just bought a deck 8 months ago and put a deck on the house and then moving. Okay,
man.
Since everybody's sharing, just like today, something happened with you. I'm in traffic, and I got my windows down. I'm chilling, so I see a big red truck coming, in the opposite lane. So when I'm in the car, I just hear, "Nigga."
Are you kidding?
Nah, you made that up.
He
was riding past you.
He was riding past me, and I heard him yell it out the window. Man, let me tell you what. It was one of those big wheel trucks,
one of
right?
them little GMCs.
Yeah. So, man, look, I'm gonna say this, man. People getting comfortable again.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to don't get comfortable no more. Stop that. Stop getting comfortable. Yeah.
You just reminded me. Ezra was playing the game, right? And so they say, nigga all the time, right, on the joint, right? And so we changed his emoji to a white person, because when he's on the game, all the little white kids just say nigga the whole time, right? So we changed him to a white emoji, so they probably think he white on there. So he playing the game, and it's another, I guess, black boy on the game with him. And so the white little boy keeps saying, yeah, nigga. He keeps saying it, right? So I'm trying not to pay attention. I can hear it through his headphones. And he just kept saying it, dog. I grabbed them headphones. I lost it. I said, say nigga again, somebody will get fucked up. And they all got quiet. But it's like it was triggering me. I couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, you know what? I did. I kirked out on them, Slim. And what I'm realizing is, man, they're raised like that. Because you gotta look at it like this. They so young, and what's the fascination though? Because when the black dudes on the game, they just want to play the game. I first thought it's that cracker, white pearl, none of that. But why is it a fascination? It's an envy and a jealousy, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they want to say this the thing that they think is gonna make you hurt the most.
That's exactly what.
Meanwhile, they're in the safety of their own home, and you can't see them.
For sure.
Or they're in their own car riding past you.
Yeah, dog. That shit crazy. It's a different day and time now, though. I'll say that.
Exactly, it is.
You can find me.
You say what? What'd you say?
You can find them. You got the IT. You got the IT experience.
It makes me want to, bro. Because I'm like,
you can reverse IP people. Yeah, you can reverse and find them, like find their house.
Oh, man. I gotta get my old fashioned. Y'all go ahead.
We did a story.
Man. So did y'all see the story with the lady when she called the little boy the N-word on the playground? And I think like the Indian gentleman came in and all this stuff was on audio, and he was going on the white lady, and then she said that she feared for her life, and she raised like over $1 million. Because she said that she needed to move, and the young black boy he raised like over like 400,000. Right?
So ended up getting her shit shut down because
she rich now.
Yeah, she got the money.
She get the money because I know they said that they went through. They had to go and find like the little IP and everything like that. Because, the company that got the money wasn't trying to resolve the situation. So
I'm gonna double check that.
They said
because she was getting big donations.
She was getting crazy. It's sad. I mean, we've heard the stories, about slavery and things of that nature. We've heard these stories about, people just not liking you, but when it happens to you, it does something. That right there, if I would have went to somebody in their office and I would have said, I think she's racially discriminating me, then it would have been, oh, y'all just taking it out of line. Y'all just like,
no,
doing too much. No, I knew.
Right.
That lady saw who I was. It was pure disgust on her face. And I'm mind boggled. One, because I was trying to get help. I ain't asked to pick you or anything like that. And then the thing is, she wasn't even a doctor. She was a physician aide assistant. So it's like you're not even a doctor. You can sit in for a doctor, but you're not even a doctor. And for you to neglect.
Well, they judge you. They judge us based on their own internal bias. She using Medicaid. She using, you know what I'm saying? Quickly, Black women, they have the worst number of birth rates based on how they're perceived in hospitals, based on, you're Black, you have a different type of background, you can take more pain. All the way back to this book, Medical Apartheid, where it shows you all of the slave experiments that were done on enslaved people with no anesthesia.
And they still
with no anesthesia. Yeah, the book is this thick. I didn't even finish the book, but this is a historical thought process that unfortunately you have some subhuman people that still look at us as being what they really are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
But it's sad because I had to go to a facility, where there was nothing but palm-colored people and physicians, because the physicians.
She said palm-colored.
Palm-colored.
That's a new one.
It's like
I never heard that shit before in my life. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's like they the physicians on my side of town don't really do like a necessary deep dive in a way that it should be done. So I figured, okay, well, and it's sad that we got to do that in our own community. Like go to another type of facility, because that's how we know we at least get some sort of treatment. I didn't get an MRI until I saw that white doctor. So it's just like it's crazy when you see it on both sides of the fence. And then, like I said, as women, we got to go through it the most, and it hurt, because as a female, I'm sitting there looking like, where's your compassion? Where's your empathy? What the heck? And you had on gloves. What was the need for you to run to the damn sink and have to hurry up and wash your hands because I touched your hand? Like it's beyond me. I would never understand that, but. I feel in this situation, you just gotta stay prayed up, man. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't watch Straw.
Your skin folks.
Don't watch Straw shit.
Oh my God.
Don't go through that and then go watch Straw.
In the room.
My mom said Tyler Perry hates Black women.
Everybody said don't watch this shit, dog. Don't watch it. Hey, did y'all do sports?
No. Nah, not yet. We ain't even get started,
okay.
Bro.
My internet, man. I'm about to throw my whole internet in the trash, man. I'm about to flip out, man.
Yo.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this young flipping. But yeah, my bad, y'all. We was on we got a little off track with some stories, but y'all know how we do. We're gonna do a rewind. I'm gonna welcome y'all again. Welcome to the Rap Room Podcast. This is episode 135. The title of this episode is what, T Streets?
Where's the love?
Where's the love? And you know how we do. I introduced everybody earlier, but I'm gonna do it again. I go by E1. We got T Streets, we got Trey, we got Danya, we got Rick Dog.
That's the rumor, baby.
We usually do. We usually start with sports, but we're gonna do it right now. T Streets, what we got?
All right, the NBA Finals is now tied 1-1 in the series. Indiana took the first series with the game-winning shot by Haliburton. OKC controlled the second game with a blowout. They have the third game tonight. So we'll give you all the update on probably the next 2 to 3 games next week. Wow. In NFL news, NFL on June 1st, they ran their Gay Pride ad campaign, and former NFL wide receiver Dez Bryant, he didn't like it. E, can you play the clip of the NFL's Pride campaign? That was the NFL's
That was
Pride
it?
Month ad. Yes.
No
Now
hot shorts.
Now that was it. That's all I've seen anyway. Now Dez Bryant, he tweeted out, "Football is gay, football is queer, football is transgendered. These are wild statements to make. Excuse my silliness. I'm going to proudly tell my boys football is none of these things. I have nothing against gays, but this is far from right." And what does everybody think about that?
I hate to always be the never mind. Look, Dez Bryant is dumb. You've had gay players in the NFL.
Yeah.
What's the dude that came that played on the Rams? That came out of college and he was gay.
I know you talking about. I can't think of
it. Yeah.
He's
so,
like the first one.
Man, sports are everything. It's not only for one person, man. Everybody watches fucking sports, man. Shut up.
Yeah, I feel like you know, I feel like that that you want, I guess, you know, they want to make everybody feel comfortable. And I can understand that if you're a big corporation and you're in the NFL, you don't want to limit anybody.
Alienate.
To enjoy the game, watch the game, and feel a part. And in order to do that, if everybody else is celebrating Pride Month, then as a corporation, it would be in your best interest to do that. Also, people shouldn't be judged by their preference. Everybody should be treated the same. Gender, ethnicity, gay, straight, whatever. Treat everybody with respect and love at the end of the day. So I can understand it. I can also understand a guy that's a man's man type of person. I can understand the feeling of, man, stuff is getting out of control. And if you're raising your kids a certain way and you don't want them to even see or participate in certain things, I can understand having a different view. So I'll just say that.
I mean, football is a masculine sport, you know, and nobody, you know, a real man doesn't want to be associated with someone, you know, openly associated with someone that they know is, you know, LGBTQIA and element of P.
You said a real man.
So, I mean, it's some people are homophobic and don't even realize that they are. You know, I don't think that sexual preference has anything to do with the sport. Why should that be highlighted? Why should anybody even know what's going on in that type of situation? You're playing a sport. Like, what's the point? But I get why he did what he did. I just probably wouldn't have said it because it comes off offensive.
You can think it, but don't say it.
Yeah.
Mind your business. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the NFL is about making money.
Period.
Pride Month, they're I guess the community, whoever heads that up, their initiative, they paid for the NFL to run as an advertising. It's like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They pay the NFL to run advertising. Now, of course, the NFL will donate proceeds to different organizations, but they're getting paid to run advertising. So I do understand what Dez Bryant was saying, or what he tweeted. But in that case, you probably have to, you know, just keep that to yourself and do exactly what you said you're going to do. Just don't tweet it to the world.
Right, because he wouldn't want nobody discriminating against him. So that's
you know, we're talking about Dez Bryant.
He's like Antonio Brown,
I mean, you know, Dez Bryant, and you know, listen, his views are his views. I'm not even, you know, I'm not even knocking that. I'm just like, you're not in the NFL for a reason anymore, buddy. You're not on certain talk shows because you come out your mouth and you block interviews that you can have because people don't take you seriously. And this is just another episode of Dez Bryant. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, moving on, a couple more sports topics to hit. We have women hating in sports. Now, last week, Coco Gauff, the tennis player, she beats the number 1 ranked Aryna Sabalenka to win the French Open last week. And in the post-game press conference, Irina, she had some things to say.
Also in the BET Awards conversation.
Oh, my bad.
If Iga would win me another day, I think she would go out today and she would get the win. It just, like, yeah, it just hurts. Honestly, it hurts. Like,
oh shoot, that was like half of it. I don't know what happened, but she basically said that she lost because of her mistakes.
Yeah, because you lost. She was better than you.
She didn't give the girl any credit.
That's the shit I say.
First
so she trying to say
shit.
Trying to say that she lost because of what?
She lost because of her own mistakes, not because
because she got beat.
Not because Coco.
Because she didn't show sportsmanship.
She got beat.
She wrong.
Yeah, she said if Coco would have played somebody else that day, I can't remember if it was somebody else that day or if it was her on a different day. She would have.
Damn.
Hey, you know what? What they say? If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Yeah. We all be drunk.
Man, that was fantastic.
The bottom line is you took an L. And
you took an L. Like, I mean, she got a lot of pride. I felt okay, cool. Well, you lost today.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get it back later if you're good enough to get into a match with her again. Coco Gauff is the real deal. I mean, you got to give her respect.
Yeah, the big story about this is that the media has promoted this as just the competitive nature of the young lady, of her responding that way in the interview.
Of course, because she
now when it's a black person, when they respond with emotion, it's a different.
Exactly.
You get a different outcome. Like Angel Reese a few weeks ago.
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams in the past. So that's what's going on in the sports world. The conversation around it. Now, Irina, the next day, she did take back those comments and gave Coco the credit she deserved. And Coco has taken it in stride.
Yeah,
she has given her, show grace, saying that I understands the emotions you just lost. So she gave her grace on it.
Yeah.
But that's one sign of a woman hating in sports. Now we have another one.
Okay.
This comes from the BET Awards, which we'll probably talk about a little more later on. But Angel Reese, she won the Sportswoman of the Year award, and Clarissa Shields sent out some tweets in her response to the victory.
Clarissa Shields. So people got a bit upset about some of the tweets that she shot out after she did not win Sportswoman of the Year. She tweeted, "I still don't know how I didn't win Sportswoman of the Year for the BET Awards, but congrats to Angel Reese and all of the other nominees. I just thought accolades mattered." Then she tweeted again, "Let me go on ahead and make up for missing 2 days of grinding at the gym to attend all this BET stuff. I defend my undisputed heavyweight title on July 26th. If and when I win that fight, I'll be the 19-time world champ." Then she had to come back because people started responding and basically saying to her, like, why are you downplaying Angel Reese's win just because you didn't? And she says, "Nobody's saying that Angel Reese doesn't have accolades or that she's not good. I'm just saying that I thought the person with the most, she capitalized most accolades and accomplishments to win the award. I'm team Angel Reese. I'm not joining the hate train when it comes to Angel Reese. I have mad respect for her and all the other female athletes that excel in the sport. As for my earlier comments, I am allowed to express my feelings. I was just shocked I didn't win."
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with that too.
Hey, look. Motherfucker, Clarissa Shields is the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
And she just gave her opinion on.
She just gave her opinion.
That's not hating. That's not. She just feel like, hey, I should have won that joint.
Look, she's like, yo, I'm in the hardest sport.
Yeah.
And I'm in this category with other women, black or white, whatever. I feel I should win. I'm undefeated. They lost. She's like, she's not even the best basketball player. I'm the best female fighter. This shouldn't even be a conversation. Those boxers with their ego and their mind, bro. I kind of agree with that.
But why they did the Angel Reese joint, and this is just a perspective. I feel like that.
Caitlin Clark. Yep.
Yes, because of the Caitlin Clark, and they like, you know what? Fuck that. we about to big up our peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think it had, if I had to guess, it was more or less related to that because of the hate that Angel Reese gets, and they try to pit her against Caitlin Clark. And I so in that way I understand stick up for our people. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I think that wasn't the platform to make. You can do something else to make it. You still should make it fair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I do understand. I do like they always say black people don't stick together, like other races and stuff like that. So if that is what was happening, I applaud that. But on the other side, I can understand Clarissa Shields feeling like, yeah, I feel all that. Fuck that. I was the best.
It was like that motherfucker ain't even make the motherfucking playoffs. This is gonna be me. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I get it.
Ain't no different than Floyd when Floyd be talking. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you know, she had every right to feel how she feels.
Yeah.
But sure. I wouldn't have like put my own kind down. Like it does sound like, oh, I got way more accolades than her. So, you know, I feel like they should have categorized it better a little.
Yeah.
Like that damn movie made after.
Yeah.
And the movie was good.
And the movie was good. Exactly.
Dwayne Coleman said he got respect for Angel Reese, and you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But, yeah, I get it. She could talk her shit.
Yeah.
That's it for sports.
Hold on, man. I got some sports.
Oh shit.
Hey, look, man. First of all, it's about to be Father's Day. That's number one. Let's make that. It's about to be Father's Day, America. Okay? And y'all gonna respect our offspring. Okay? We got Reek, fantastic father, beautiful daughters and dads. His son does martial arts. He's a straight A student. My nephew is man. Then we got little Ezra over there. He's going to the MLB. He's going to the MLB. The boy, I seen the boy. I just never want to get hit by a bat. I never want to ever hit me with a damn bat. Ezra, let me tell you. Then we got the little. I'm about to say something real crazy about my son. I'm not gonna say that. Look, then we got the little curly head kid in my house. He went to.
He don't know.
We got the little curly head boy. The little boy went to the chip last year. Should have won. He won. He won his basketball championship. Then the boy just was a lockdown corner this damn weekend. Won a championship. I don't know who his damn father is. My oldest, I'm proud of him. He went to the pro. He's in the pro division. They got their ass whooped, but he tried his goddamn best. Right. My daughter had a beautiful recital. So give it up for the fathers and the children. Right, and us as being blessed, man, used to have kids who are excelling in what they want to do. So I wanted to add that in sports.
Yeah, my boy graduated.
And T-boy graduated. His father.
Hey, look.
There you go, T. Good job, T. There you go, T. Good job. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, since we acknowledge our fathers, we do got to acknowledge those fathers that we've lost too, because
of course.
Who can't celebrate their father anymore. So we got to give
much respect. Much respect to Pop. Much respect to Pop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
Changing the mood, Donnie.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate it. Let me go get that handkerchief now.
One more thing about Father's Day, man. Shout out to my son. Graduated school the other day. He has made honor roll. He has made honor roll
20 years straight.
Every year in elementary school. So shout out to him.
Bro. I need him. He's my mentor. Your son is my mentor.
Now let's switch gears a little bit. Let's get into some politics. Reek favorite.
Oh my
and so this is from CNN Business. I don't know if you ever pulled up, Reek, but this is a feud between Elon Musk and Donald Trump exploded in over 72 hours. An intense public feud erupted this week between President Donald Trump and his one-time ally billionaire Elon Musk, with an argument about Trump's massive tax and domestic policy bill raging across social media and in the Oval Office. It says tensions began rising on Tuesday when Musk blasted that Trump calls his big, beautiful bill as a disgusting abomination, surprising Republican leaders. But the billionaire escalated the fight on Thursday when he began sharing years-old comments from Trump and other Republican lawmakers raising concerns about U.S. government spending and the deficit. Throughout Thursday and Friday morning, Trump and other prominent figures from the president and the tech leaders' respective orbits joined in. Trump even raised the idea of terminating contracts the government holds with Musk companies. It says the dispute signals just how much and how quickly the relationship between Trump and the world's richest man has broken down because of a disagreement over the bill. Musk was up. He was up until recently. The supporter of the president, near constant figure in the White House. It says in an event honoring his formal exit from the government from last week, Musk said he will remain a friend and advisor to the Trump administration. How do y'all feel about that?
Just this morning, he said that he regrets
those comments. Yep.
Some of my posts about President Trump last week. They went too far. He's probably talking about when he was talking about him and
Epstein.
Yeah, on the island with the little girls. Yeah, he didn't say they weren't factual.
They probably put a call in and say, "Look, you want to disappear?"
Yeah,
you know what that was. Let's just go ahead and let's just put it out there. People do not like to say, "Oh, just because this person is this," when it comes to astrology. But that was a Gemini and a Cancer love-hate relationship.
But do y'all think this is real? Do you think that? Do you think?
I don't know.
Because I can't tell because it's like, I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's like, all right, we know that Elon Musk, they say his companies was losing money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, when you're rich and you're a billionaire, I can only imagine you probably think about money a lot or think about your businesses. And so if you know that your businesses are tanking a little bit because you're agreeing with Trump, then I guess maybe he would think it would be smart to say, oh, I don't fuck with him. But behind the scenes, he could still be doing all the shit he asked him to do.
That could be true.
I'll put it to you like this. I don't think that I used to think it was like, it might be fake. They might be faking this for publicity or whatever for the media. But no, I really think that they disagree with each other. Why are you gonna walk back your statements now saying, "Oh, I shouldn't have been that deep into it"? So, I think it's real. And I give two shits. I hope they tear each other up and break each other down. And I hope they both lose their shit and lose their. I hope he loses business.
I feel like Elon felt hurt. He felt hurt. He felt betrayed, and that's what we do when Cassius.
Because in that bill, it affected Musk's business dealings.
Absolutely.
And so the only reason why you give a shit is because it's affecting you.
Exactly.
Right. But they can spat in front of people. They can spat behind closed doors. When it comes down to the money and the power, they can get back together and they could continue to dominate off of people's emotions.
So did he bring his X account back up? Because I know he has shut down his X account.
No, Trump
only posts on his
the True Social.
T-Streets, what you think about it?
What I think about it, I do believe some of it's real, only because Trey just stated about the big beautiful bill, how it kind of hurts. It hurts Elon's bottom line, but it was always going to hurt Elon's bottom line.
It was.
What he ran on was against Elon. That's why when Elon first tag teamed with him, I didn't understand it because I was like, hold on, Trump is against the companies you work for. He's going to cut money to your company. So why are you with him? But somebody explains to me, oh no, it's a power play.
It's a power play. And
it's a superpower. It's a superpower power play.
He's getting rid of regulations with the EPA, so he can pollute all of those black communities with his super cities and his super warehouses. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to another.
That's why I don't believe none of this fucking shit. They probably out together now.
This one, yeah.
They got back together. That's why I said that's a love-hate relationship.
So this is from NBC News, and we're gonna stay on some politics. It says as immigration raids continue, ICE protests spread coast to coast. That's why I get to telework tomorrow, because they setting up for some shit.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me, man. But it says activists plan more events Tuesday in New York, Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta. A curfew was imposed across downtown LA until 6 a.m. It says as immigration raids continued across the country, a curfew went into effect Tuesday night in Los Angeles, the epicenter of protests that spread coast to coast against the detention and removal of suspected undocumented migrants. Mayor Karen Bass said the curfew, which begins at 8 p.m. and expires at 6 a.m. for the undetermined length of time, was necessary to quell unrest. If you drive through downtown LA, the graffiti is everywhere and has caused significant damages. Bass said, adding that 29 businesses were looted Monday night alone. Before we move on to that, a quick question for you guys. If there was ever some looting here and you were outside, would you partake?
Probably.
Okay.
Depends on where it was.
It depends on where and what's being looted.
I'm not. Right, so it says activists had also gathered in New York, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and elsewhere, rebuking the Trump administration's tough stance against migrants and its aggressive roundup efforts, which Democratic leaders in California have criticized as contributing to a sense of fear across communities. NBC News has counted at least 25 rallies and demonstrations coast to coast since Monday. Some involved only a few dozen people, while others attracted thousands.
I'm saying at least 35 U.S. cities since Friday.
Yeah. Now, Trump has went on and said basically, like they said that I got a statement from him says verbatim, and it says Trump says if you all keep bullshitting, if you all get the bullshitting, you're gonna find out.
He ain't say that shit.
No, he ain't say that.
You gotta keep fucking around. You're gonna find out.
No,
didn't he say you feel me? Didn't he say you feel me?
I try to paraphrase for him.
Hey, I believe you though.
Nah, he did say something like that.
No, he said they're gonna be met with extreme force.
Yeah, so I paraphrase. I put my own words to it. But
that was good, bro.
Yeah,
I believe you.
No, actually, yeah, that's basically what it said in our talk. But man, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing else to say about Elon or this other dude. But man, fuck them dudes. I'm sorry.
The protests in LA are expected to enter their 6th day on Wednesday. More than 700 Marines awaited deployment in LA on Wednesday, marking the latest escalation of Trump's response to the immigration raid protest. At least 378 people have been arrested alone, police confirmed just by Tuesday morning. This was just by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yo, they going ham.
Deployment. They not being deployed. They just
that part.
So my sister lives in LA, and she said that like basically she didn't say, she's basically trying to say like they kind of boosting it up. She said she said they in LA and it's not even being talked about like that. Like it's not even something that's like, you know,
because
what I mean?
The people are not black.
No. But you see how the media is in that sense, right?
Yeah,
because they're not black.
Well, no, it's not.
It is because of that.
But the media is boosting it up. They put like this.
Yeah.
My sister's not. She hasn't seen another, but she's just saying the way that they're describing it on the news and saying how they're acting in LA. She's just saying that LA is quiet and it's not like none of the stuff is. Yes, exactly.
But that's how it always is. You know, anytime somebody go out there and protest, the first thing that they do is they say, "Oh, they out there rioting." They out there
using all those type of words.
All you doing is just trying to exercise your right and your.
They say we're rioting.
Yeah.
Which gives the excuse for them to come and shoot.
They not saying we're not rioting, but they're looking at them like they're us. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to escalate. He wants to escalate it, just like he wanted the people shot. That was at Black Lives Matter Plaza. He wanted them shot. He said to the Army spokesman, "Can we shoot them?" He told them no. So if the people in LA, if that was a bunch of black people, it would have been more. It would have been escalated faster, and that's the history of it. So go ahead.
There has been reports that they are actively using bullets on these reporters. That's reported. They shot her
with a rubber bullet. Yeah, they shot her. They shot her right in the fucking leg.
I can see that.
I was like, yo, sweetheart, why the fuck you standing right in the middle of it? Fuck out of here. You shot with no what? You shot with no what?
Yeah, okay. What's gonna happen to that officer?
Yo. It looks like he pointed right at her, and just shot her. You saw him.
He intentionally shot her.
He gonna say, "Oh no, we're shooting at somebody." No, bro, you literally pointed the gun at this lady and just shot her right on camera. That's crazy.
It ain't funny, but it's
nothing's gonna happen to him because that's one of the dudes that was from January 6th. All them people are just been deputized, bro. You want to know why? They didn't even talk to the LA chief. The LA chief said, "We didn't even know any of these different factions that are coming on this soil and are in our streets. We didn't even know." They spoke to his cabinet. They said, "Oh no, we told them they're coming." The LA chief was like, "Yo, we did not. We don't even know who these people are."
They're supposed to contact Governor Newsom to tell him, "Yeah,
they didn't.
They didn't.
He beefing with him.
Contact them at all." So they just sent these people over here. That's why Newsom is suing the Trump administration.
Showing them,
because he did that dumb shit, man. He's an idiot.
Yeah, bro.
Well, let's get into some entertainment. Let's get into some entertainment, man. First thing I want to ask, did any of you watch the BET Awards?
No.
All right.
I didn't even know that it was coming on.
All right. So this is what I'll say. I didn't watch the BET Awards, but I did watch some of the 106. And so they did like I don't know if it was part of the awards, but they did like a tribute. Okay, to 106. Right? I'm gonna say this, man. I've seen a lot of the performances. It was excellent. Everybody did good. It was dope. If y'all haven't seen the performance,
which one was your favorite one?
Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
He crushed that shit. He got a certain award, and I went and saw him live in concert. Like maybe I don't know. Like at this point, maybe 3-4 months ago. Phenomenal. Everybody did good. They had Snoop perform. They had Bow Wow perform. They had B2K perform. They had a tribute for Jamie Foxx, and they had Tank. I mean, everybody did a phenomenal job. And I'm gonna be honest, what it felt like, what I saw with the performances, is that talent really does mean something.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that the new kids don't have any talent. But when you're really rapping and you can really sing and you can really rap and you got your talent and the music is
good, entertaining.
That shit really means something in comparison to somebody who can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does, man.
And that's why people don't watch like they usually, because we used to get that. That was the norm.
Yeah.
The numbers did, unfortunately. I'm not hating on no younger groups, whatever. But the talent and the entertainment value really wasn't there. But just like you said, the people that you just named are people that we know from having that type of ability.
I'm telling you this. I would recommend, if you got BET, they're going to show it probably
I check
10 times.
I got it on YouTube.
I'm telling you that shit was really tight, and the performances was top tier. Every last one of them.
Now, it's the best BET Awards that I've seen
because they use
forever.
Videos. They use our music.
That's good though.
So T-Streets, you seen it?
I watched it today. They didn't really advertise it like that, so I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was on. I didn't even know it was on.
Yeah,
but Kirk Franklin joint was dope. My favorite was Snoop. Now I'm kind of conflicted because I don't think you should award Snoop this year based on the Trump shit that he was doing.
Thank you, T. Thank you.
But his performance was amazing.
But when they getting it in, T-Streets, like seriously, everybody did a good ass job, bro.
Everybody.
Yes,
it sounds like they brought the vets out.
I'm a watch.
It sounds like it sounds like that they bought the vets out, bro.
They did.
I'm a watch.
They went from shit. They went from the early '90s to like the 2000 to the mid. To like 2010 or so.
That's our generation. You know what I'm saying?
Now it says BET Awards 2025 top 10 moments of the night from Mariah Carey's Club Ready Set to 106 in Park Throwback were the biggest highlights from this year's show. Leon Thomas, who, you know, he got that song Mutt. He a beast. He got way more than that, but that's what he is. He accepts. He got Best New Artist.
His performance was dope too.
It was 106 in Park did a Hall of Fame countdown. It says they brought back the nostalgia from 106 in Park, which they had. Free was there.
I saw Free.
What's the other small Bama name?
AJ.
AJ didn't make it.
Small Bama. Reek.
What's his name?
Terrence J.
You said Reek.
It says D Nice takes audience to club. Mariah, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. He performed too.
He killed though.
He cranked it. Jamie Foxx got the ultimate musical tribute. Babyface sung his songs. Tank sung his songs. They brought T-Pain out. All the performances was top fucking tier.
Yeah,
all of them.
They were.
I'm happy to hear that.
Glorilla cooks up. Now let me say something about Glorilla real quick. When she first came out, her teeth was fucked up. She got her teeth fixed. She seemed like she would be a one-hit wonder, and she's not. Every performance that I see her, she steps it up. If you go see this performance, she does her shit. She's rapping and she's dancing. It's choreography. This is what you want to see artist development. When you want to see an artist start from a certain place and rise and get better and better. This is someone who's doing it, man. Straight up.
And she got her energy.
She works at it.
She got her own energy, and it's dope.
Hey, and now another thing. Hold on,
Lotto.
So now another, I like Lotto. But another thing, Kendrick Lamar made a surprise appearance. Now, what I want to say about this is, I think it's fucking super dope. They were saying things like, you know, we don't have to get no fucking Oscar and American Music Awards. Our shit should be the shit, right? Now, sometimes when you're a super major artist, it seems like at times they'll miss these type of awards. So I just want to give Kendrick credit because he was there.
He showed up.
Him and SZA on tour.
And they both came.
Yeah.
This is one of the best awards.
SZA was there?
SZA was there. Ass fat, all that.
He's a little late.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it immediately.
But no,
immediately. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Who looked really, really good?
SZA.
Maya.
I didn't remember.
Maya
did her thing. And she still dance and sing.
At least it's a little bit.
So
good.
Tell me this.
Put a little weight on, girl.
All right. Have y'all listened to has anybody on here listened to Doechii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Doechii won Best Female Hip Hop Artist. Now, I've heard some of her music. It's pretty cool, but what I will say, I love that somebody who ain't just showing ass won.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
About sucking dick.
Super dope.
That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Said Snoop Dogg performs with his friends. He brought out Warren G. Warren G was crying like shit.
Yeah, she was mad at that nigga, bro. I'm going like that. Y'all ain't fuck with me or what? Hey, I got a real funny joke, but I'm not gonna say it.
And and it said Kirk Franklin closed out the BET Awards. He cranked that shit.
That's dope.
And in person, man, phenomenal, man. Them gospel groups, man, it'd be like 5 or 6 of them, man. It sound like a big ass choir. They vicious, man.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Was Mary there? With my boo? For Mary?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The Q one.
Oh shit! What I just do?
She be wearing the tight jeans when she be on the show.
All of them cute. You talk about Erica?
Nah, not the one that be with the dude that cheat on all the time. What's the other one?
Talking about you talk about Erica then.
Yeah, Erica.
All right,
the gospel lady.
So that was that. So for whoever did not see the BET Awards this year, because
I gotta check it out.
that maybe it wouldn't be good, or you thought you relating it to, the last ones that you've seen, this one was probably the best one. This will go down in top 3 or 5. Actually, probably top 3. And
it's about that time, bro.
I'm not boosting it. I'm not sizing it. I'm telling you, like, the shit was tight.
Yeah, so, I mean, the people you name, bro.
They put money behind.
Yes, man. That shit, man.
That's Stephen Hill, right? That's Stephen Hill, right?
Yep.
Stephen Hill is married to what's her name now?
What's the singer? Damn, I can't
think
of her name.
That's the biggest come up. That's bigger than Drea. That's bigger than Drea come up. Shantae Moore got married to him. Oh, Shantae Moore. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't have her career, but she got her damn career back with Stephen Hill.
Speaking of 106 Park, did y'all know Ananda Lewis died?
No,
I knew that she had
breast cancer.
Have cancer.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, she died the 11th of June.
Yep. I stand, man. Rest in peace to her.
Not today.
That's what? Are you serious?
Not today, yeah, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, you said she died today?
Ananda Lewis.
I was just looking at that.
Who was she? I know the name.
She was one of
She was on Teen Summit and all that.
Teen Summit, wasn't she?
Josh. Josh took me there. I met Ananda Lewis once. I was standing right next to her, bro. That's the original Chili. She the original Chili.
Yeah.
She was Chili before TLC Chili.
I'm looking at it now. Damn. Okay.
Rest in peace to her, man.
I remember her like shit.
Nice, beautiful person. This nice person.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm terribly sorry to hear that, man.
52 years old.
Damn, man.
Jeez. Sorry to hear that.
I saw like a TikTok thing about her being sick, but this was a long time ago. But people like to keep their stuff private, bro, which is understandable. But rest in peace to her. She was a beautiful person.
Did we have Ask the Rec Room tonight?
Yeah. See, you sent the joint to E.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with the guy in the blue hoodie.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah. T.
Oh Lord, we're trying to pull down
the clip up. Nah. Me and T kind of collaborated on it.
All right, well, let me break it down for any first-time listeners. Ask the Rec Room is a segment of the pod where we get questions or suggestions from our followers. So if you don't follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Rec Room Pod. And we just call this segment
Ask the Rec Room.
All right. Now the actual question is, should Black people march in the protest of ICE? If so, why? Now the clip we're about to play, I just happened to run across this clip today, and this young man, he voiced his opinion on this said question. So play the clip, E.
Oh, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. They might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing. Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad, and they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old. He was a hard-working boy. He was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. You lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, what the fuck is up with everybody's humanity, young? Second,
I'm about to help you.
Second, most of these people are not illegal. Most of these people are citizens, had court dates, and when you file or come into this country, whether it's via asylum or whatever, you have to go through a process. They're taking people out before they've even gotten close to their process, while white people or white immigrants can come here and chill and have a good time. You got German immigrants, you got Russian immigrants, you got all kinds of immigrants. But as long as they're white,
hold on,
overstaying their visas, man. God dang, man. And
can
this
I add
dumbass
something
is
to that?
falling for it. Yeah, you can add to that. This dumbass is falling for it.
Let me. You said Germany. Born and raised in Karlstadt, Germany, in what was then the Kingdom of Bavaria. Trump immigrated to the United States in 1885 and 1891. In 1891, hold on, this is not for us. This is for people like my man that was just getting his life history off TikTok. In 1891, he began speculating in real estate in Seattle during the Klondike Gold Rush. He moved to Yukon and made his fortune by operating a restaurant and a brothel for miners in Whitehorse. In 1901, Trump returned to Karlstadt and married Elizabeth Christ. So he went back to Germany. He wanted to settle back where he's from, in Germany. As he purportedly immigrated to the United States in order to evade conscription. Conscription, what that means is he tried to go back home with the money he made in the U.S. The German government said, no, you left without fighting in the war. You couldn't leave the country unless you served in the war first. He evaded the war, went to the U.S., made money, went back to his country. They still have the document stating that you have 30 days to leave Germany or you will go to jail. His ass left Germany. As he purportedly immigrated to the United States in order to evade conscription, the Bavarian government stripped him of citizenship in 1905. Consequently, he returned to the United States with his family. Trump worked as a barber and manager of a restaurant and hotel, and that was the beginning when he started to acquire real estate. So he was
an immigrant.
Thank you. Well, so it's beautiful when people actually fucking read and stop getting all the information off of TikTok and off of emotional shit that's non-fact. Also, I got one more. Let me add one more thing to that, real fast. The statement, "Blacks 3/5 human." The young man, he's talking about people of Hispanic origin. The statement, "Blacks 3/5 human," refers to the 3/5 compromise of the U.S. Constitution, which has not been changed. A contentious agreement reached in 1787. Constitution Convention. The compromise stipulated that for the purposes of determining representation in the House of Representatives and for taxation, enslaved people in the state would be counted as 3/5 of a person. This shit is still in the fucking Constitution, and it don't have nothing to do with Hispanic people. This is all about Black people. You live in a country where you're still not even recognized as a whole fucking person, which is why Donnie was treated the way that she was treated at the doctor, which is why Blacks are still getting fucked up in the streets, which is why you have ghettos, which is why you have so much bullshit that represents us, which is why we always have to struggle. Black people got to understand, like, they doing to them what they really want to do to your ass. A lot of those people were born here. Just like Trump was born here, but if that's the case, you should be immigrated too, because your family is from a different country. All your wives are from different countries. All this shit is baked in racism. That's why I can't jump on here and talk and cake with people say, oh yeah, they should be gone. Motherfucker, they want to do that shit to you. They don't even recognize you as a human being. Yeah. So what the fuck are we talking about?
What I want to say is that I think it's really easy for a person to say that they don't have any empathy for someone if you've never been to a third world country or if you didn't grow up in one. Exactly. Because I think that if you really experience their life and how they grow up and the things that they have to go through, you may be a little bit empathetic for somebody that's trying to get over here and trying to make a better
and they come here and bust their ass
and have a better life for their family.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not like they come here and just sit on their ass. A lot of them, most people work and they just want to earn an honest living. and raise their family the right way. So I don't know. I can't just say, oh, fuck that, you illegal, you shouldn't be here. Because what if it was my family and I know the I know the conditions that they growing up in, that they living in. My man would tell me about how India, like you walking his feces on the street and just all type of shit that you
crazy, bro,
think of or go through when you live in here. So it's easy to tell somebody they illegal, they shouldn't be here. But if it was your family, if it was you, would you feel that way? I doubt it. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
But
this is ignorant, bro. It's ignorant.
Should we, as Black people, intercede? Should we protest?
Nah,
we shouldn't be in it because that's
that was good. That's what they want.
Thank you, Doc. Yeah,
I brought it back.
I'm like,
no, take your black ass in the house. Take your black ass in the house.
I don't know about doing no protest for it.
Yeah,
protest, but I can understand the people who want to and do. Am I going to participate or would I? No, I don't think so. But I do. I am empathetic to the person that lives in.
These people want to blow our head off.
Hey, look, let them.
They want to blow our head off.
Let the motherfuckers who didn't vote go.
Hello.
And all those other people that can that has that skin color that protects themselves. So
80% Black men voted. 90% of Black women voted. Stay your ass in the house. We not the people who voted for this shit. A lot of y'all was keeping doing the concerts and shit.
T Street.
No, you're right. No, a whole bunch of them. You're right.
T Street, what you got?
You're right.
I'm conflicted. In one hand, I agree 100% with y'all. In another hand, I just see this as okay. If I were to decide to go and support and protest, what will happen? Why would I do it? First?
Why would you
do it? The reason why I would think about doing it is because in my mind, once this government is done with that, the Latinos,
they coming
after us. So we might as well support and try to get in line and have larger numbers.
Exactly.
So I mean, let's just skip it all the way 100 though, T. Even if you do go help them, what the fuck you think they gonna do when you help them?
They waiting on us to come out.
They want us to do it. They want us to be out there
because that's what we did. We initiated and we embodied change by protesting and things of that nature. They want us to.
We the original protesters. We the original protesters. We
do us dirty.
We invented protesting. We invented the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, we're only here and not dead because our ancestors protested for us to be. We still 3/5 of the motherfucking politicians. What are you talking about?
Our ancestors protested and other people had empathy for us.
Exactly. There wasn't nobody really on the front lines getting bit by dogs, getting sprayed by water hose, getting beat by the police. Wasn't nobody doing
the realest white person ever, John Brown.
Sanders was there.
John Brown. The goddamn white people that was the Freedom Riders who died with them people in the 1950s and 1960s. Those are the realest ones. They had empathy and they fucking were fucking murdered unjustly. I don't think that us in 2025 need to be out in the street getting shot by a motherfucker who's not even a real cop. These people are people from January 6th. These police don't even know who these people are. No. They show up the government buildings with masks on. They don't know who these people are.
No.
They're just shooting people. They shot the motherfucking reporter. What they gonna do to us?
Yeah, no.
On camera. You think they got going to jail? No. Yo, listen. We had another flawless show. You understand? As always, we got the infamous Tata in the chat. We got my man Dwayne Coleman.
And then we got Trey who disappeared.
Hey, that's what I care about. I'm out.
Hey, yeah. Y'all miss me. Now listen, shout out to everybody. Love out to everybody that's going to listen to this dope ass pod. We're the best in the world. Take us home, E.
Like Trey said, man, we want to thank each and every person who listens to the pod, who shares the pod. I always say, if you like what you hear, tell a friend about the pod. This episode is brought to you by Lonely Cloud Luxury Hoodies. I have the website at the bottom. If you tune in and you let us know we're here, you do that 3 times in a row, you can win you a free Lonely Cloud hoodie. Follow us on Instagram. Yeah, give us your size, Tata, and I promise. I know. See, hey, y'all fucking me up. All right, so
hey, I got an idea.
No, you know what? That's it. That's it. This weekend,
I got an idea.
No. This weekend, I'm gonna hit my uncle. Tata, you tell me what color you want. I'm gonna find out what colors he got. And you gonna get this weekend seriously, because I'm gonna.
We good.
Nah, seriously.
Absolutely.
Follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube page, and guess what? We stream, so you can find the pod on Spotify, Amazon, all of that stuff. As I always say, everybody has a pod, but everybody is in us. To the next time.
And happy Father's Day to all the
Happy Father's Day to the great Black fathers only.